What is going on, everybody? And yes, the title of this video is actually what I'm talking about: why and how I want to change the Army. So to be honest with you guys, I'm not 100% sure where this video is gonna go. This is something that I have been thinking about for a long time, and since just the other day whenever I got to meet a lot of you, it kind of just put it back in my head a little bit of really kind of like the purpose of this channel in general, the purpose of me making these kind of videos. Because a lot of people ask me, in comment sections and stuff, or they'll maybe say, oh, why do you talk about basic training all the time? Why do you talk about this all the time? Why do you talk about preparing for the basic training all the time? Well, that's kind of what this channel is based on, right? So whenever you're looking at some other channel, and maybe it's like a camera tech channel or something, it's like, why do they always talk about camera tech? Well, it's because that's what the channel's based around. And for me, this channel is more or less based on not only just like a few vlogs and things like that, but it's more or less based on helping people, whether you're joining the military or family members, prepare for the military, prepare for basic training, prepare for that initial process, which is gonna have a large impact on your military career, in my opinion. In a lot of ways, starting off your military career on the right foot is going to be really beneficial, because there's going to be a lot of people, and I've talked about things in the past and in previous videos on what to do and what not to do when joining and everything. And so with the accumulation of all the videos that I've done, it kind of helps you guys start out on the right foot and actually go to basic training and feel prepared and not be so scared, and maybe actually some of my videos push you to be more prepared than you would have before, physically and or mentally. And then by doing that, you're going to go to basic training and you might actually understand, hey, basic training is not going to be like this for the rest of the military. I can just do this, do good at basic training, and move on to AIT, and then go on to my next unit. And hopefully, if you got the MOS that you wanted in your contract, because that's something that I talk about to do. When you go and talk to your recruiter, if there's an MOS that is specific and you're like, I want this MOS, or I want, one of these 3 MOSs, and your recruiter's trying to get you to do a different one, don't start off on the wrong foot doing an MOS that you don't want to do, that you're hoping that you can switch to later. That's kind of like a big thing for me. If you have the possibility of going to airborne school, go to airborne school and try to get it in your contract. Starting out on the right foot, I think, is something that's extremely important in the military. And then why I think and how I think I'm going to change the Army is because this mindset and this thought process, I think, of a lot of people going in hasn't been the case as much, and I think that I can kind of help that. And I think that for me, actually talking to a lot of you guys out there that are going to be future soldiers, because whenever I went to my brother's basic training graduation, I was so blown away by the amount of people that recognized me and that knew me and that said they watched all my videos to prepare for basic training. And I only saw a small portion of the people that graduated, right? And that's just so insane to me. It's just insane, and I can say insane 1,000 times, because that's how it feels to me. It doesn't feel real to me that I can walk around and then somebody on a base or something, they see me and they're just like, oh my gosh, that's Matt Ward. That's just crazy to me. And so what it's made me think about is there's this whole new wave of soldiers, which is you guys, going into the military, starting out on the right foot and not going to basic training hoping that basic training is going to get you in shape, and going to basic training and not being super stressed out and super worried, and because of that you might want to quit the first week. I think that because of a lot of the stuff that I talk about, some of the things that I want to do with this channel will change the mindset into more of a right direction of how to prepare for the military, which will then make them prepare for the military, which will then make them a better soldier in the military, and then which will change the military as a whole. Yes, of course, it'll take a while, but it's always going to be taking a long time, and it can only be done in like little increments, and you can make small improvements. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to be an officer, because I wanted to make a positive difference, a positive change. At the time of me wanting to be an officer, I did not suspect whatsoever that I was going to have as big of an impact in the military as I do right now, which is just crazy and insane. I'll say it again, it's freaking insane. But, you know, I thought, you know, I was going to do my best to impact the soldiers directly under me that I'm in charge of as an officer, and by doing that, then they can hopefully pass it on and actually be like, yeah, you know, they're not going to treat somebody bad because they were treated good. Because a lot of times, you know, you might have a bad NCO, you might have a bad platoon leader, some officer, some higher up that's going to be kind of negative, right? And might be kind of like a downer for you. And what that'll do is that'll make some people just kind of like hate the military. And if you know and you understand not to hate the military because of that one person, but just be like, okay, that person is just kind of a terrible leader, and then eventually they're gonna go somewhere else. And then you yourself will move on to your next duty, and then you won't even really have to think about that prior leader that you had that was just terrible, and you can make a positive difference. And so I guess a general consensus of the things that I want to accomplish with this YouTube channel, the things that I want to accomplish in my military career, is having a positive impact on the military in general. I love the military. I love what the Army has done for me in my life. People ask me if I ever regret joining. Definitely not. Like the best things that has happened to me in my life has happened because of the Army. And so for me, making these videos that I'm doing, I'm hoping that that kind of takes away a barrier to entry for joining the military. Because some people will be like, well, how do you make all these videos? Just, you know, throw them in and just let them figure it out for themselves. And no, like, why? That's the wrong mindset to have. You know, if you're doing something, if you're trying to go somewhere, to accomplish something, to go through whatever, you know, let's just say you're like going to college or something, you want to kind of know what's going on. It's not going to make it any easier for you technically by knowing what's going to happen. You just are going to expect it. And then that fear of the unknown, which keeps so many people from joining. And I don't want to be a recruiter. People are like, why don't you be a recruiter? I don't want to be a recruiter. I don't want to recruit people who don't want to join. But if you want to join, and you know, the scariness of the unknown of the military is what's keeping you from joining, then hopefully I can clear that up. And by doing that, you know, we can get a whole lot better soldiers and better sailors, better Marines, better airmen in the military, just because of that fog of the unknown of the military is going to be kind of cleared a little bit. So it's been a while since I've done a video kind of like this, kind of just as a current place in time where my mindset is at on where I want this channel to go and the purpose of this channel. You know, I think I made one, it was like my second video of what I wanted to accomplish with this channel, which is crazy because I literally never thought any of this was ever gonna happen. I really didn't. So this video kind of serves as my September 6, 2018 kind of video on what I want to do with this channel and how I want to change the military for the better because of it. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. That would be awesome. If you want to stick around some more videos, subscribe button. That would be even better. If you're not following me on Instagram and Snapchat, it's like right here. Social media links are right here. I hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic day, and I will see you later.